Hey, another vlog by Mountain Jewel. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about seasonal food, local abundance, and the practicalities of homesteading. As I started to prepare for tonight's dinner, I was reflecting on how much my life has changed and how grateful I am for homesteading and the beautiful seasonal abundance. Eating seasonally in fall means something different than eating seasonally in summer. And I started thinking a lot about the concepts that I've grown into and I've grounded through my time on this homestead in the past 3 years or so.
So what's for dinner at Mountain Jewel? Well, we got some delightful fungi, some foraged wood ears, some oysters and shiitakes we harvested from the land, potatoes and butternut squash, which we've stored. Some of this arugula actually was sown as a cover crop. Delightful dill still kicking it in the garden. Some of our garlic, of course. This delightful green Anaheim chili. And an underripe green tomato. Very nice.
So all this goes in the soup pot, but there's something else. Something that for many years I resisted and I quite frankly avoided, and that's animal. Tonight we're eating one of our beloved laying hens, and we decided to harvest all of those hens to put in the freezer for our winter food. Now this is always a tough decision because when taking life we have to respect the fact that us as stewards and farmers, we're the ones responsible for choosing what lives and what dies. And that's a really heavy decision. Making choices in my life, I've had a lot of different inputs. Today is one of those examples of where the inputs are really based on what I have access to. So we have some fungi, we have some frozen chicken, we have these roots and fruits like the squash and potatoes that sustain us. And as I mentioned in previous posts, I was vegan for 8 years. And I made that choice in great deal for health reasons, for ethics, and for ideological reasons based on what I knew about the animal industry in at least this country. Now, I'm about providing for the needs of me and my family and my community locally and seasonally. So as we shift into fall and winter, there's a lot more hearty, a lot more stewed foods that just feel cozy as the weather cools down and the days shorten. That comfort food. And nothing says comfort food like chicken soup. You know, as I reflect back on the past few years since we've landed on this homestead, I'm remarking on how much I've changed. And just like the seasons, year to year, season to season, I too have changed a lot, and I've learned to adapt. And that's one of those things with diet that can get very dogmatic. Now, I'm not saying anyone should eat anything. Your choice, free will, just like animals, they should have free choice, whatever they want. That said, I can speak from personal experience in knowing how much more grounded, strong, and vital I feel eating animals that I've either raised or harvested wild, like deer or armadillo. Not to mention the fat-soluble vitamins that are present in animals that are eating their natural diet, involving herbs and grasses that condense sunlight into plant nutrition that then are installed into the animal's body that then we eat. So there's a lot of this thought for me that goes out the window because the practicalities of eating locally and seasonally are just about what's reasonable, what's practical, and what's available. For those of you watching, I'm curious, are there ways in which you've shifted your life, whether it be diet or lifestyle or otherwise? And are there ways that you find yourself stuck? For many years, I was animately opposed to eating anything that came from an animal. Since I've learned that I can do the proper diligence to give those animals a good life and harvest that responsibly and respectfully, I've chosen to incorporate that into my diet. Thanks for watching.